Hi, everybody that's here now. See, we have 9 participants and people are coming in. I'm going to give us a what they call in the theater a soft beginning, letting people join us for the next 5 minutes or so as we warm up. But let's begin. It is 9:30. We'll go for 1 hour. My name is Tom Sherwood. This is a level 1 stretch and strength for mature adults class. We have 60 minutes. So we'll warm up. We'll work all the muscle groups, most of us using weights. I have a variety of weights available for myself. I'll be using heavier weights for my legs and lighter weights for my shoulders and very light weights for the warm-up, just like we use Zumba sticks at Carlton. These are just 2 pounds, just to increase the resistance and the load. Now, if you haven't done it already, could you go to the upper right-hand corner of your screen and mute yourself? Mark, do you have any instructions for all of us? I know that you're going to record this, but that'll just be recording me, not anybody else. Do you have anything to say to the group here?
No, that's it. Have fun.
Okay.
If you see Tom and he looks really small and everyone else is there, you're just in the wrong view. You just got to go, like Tom mentioned, to the top right corner and click on speaker view. But otherwise, have a good class.
So we're good to go. Here we go. Mark's instructed us to have fun. So we shall. And people are still coming in, I see. So we'll warm up for 10, 12 minutes. Just marching in place right now. Elbows at 90 degrees, go tall. Keep warming up as I do the intro. And as I say, have weights ready for legs, shoulders, chest, arms. We'll do the ABCs, the abs, the back, the core. We'll use, I will use a weights bench for that, a surface to sit on and stretch out on as well. And I'll use the floor. So if you have a yoga mat, a towel, a sheet, something. Now, as we're marching in place, let's go wide. And in these dynamic stretches of the warm-up, now tall, as we repeat ourselves, try to increase the range of motion without going faster. So we're swinging our arms a little more, going up on our toes a little more. And when we go out wide now, we're going to go wider than we did a moment ago. Here we go. Keep it wide and tall. If you're just one of the people signing in, I have light weights in my hand just to have more resistance and get myself warmed up a little more. Let's do bicep curls with the upper body and toe touches with the lower body. Toe touches in front and bicep curls, shoulders back, head up, eyes up. Good posture. Increase the range of motion. Now with the lower body, we're going to change to heel touches, so we're going to slow it down a bit. And let's turn our wrists so the weights, our palms are facing each other, and we're doing hammer curls. And on the way back, you can straighten your arm. It's called a tricep kickback. We're heel touching below, if you just came in. And we're hammer curls and tricep kickbacks above. Now I need to move out from under a low roof here because I'm going to climb the ladder, and that means a knee lift with an opposite reach. Palms facing forward, reaching up to climb a ladder, knee lift, and arm raise opposite sides. Try to be vertical with the reach and don't give in to the tendency to move it forward. Now let's do the weightlifter's clean or a reverse curl and a kickback or a butt kick with the lower leg. What we want to do with the lower leg is stretch the front thigh. And we'll do that in a few different ways before we start the leg exercises. So again, eyes up, shoulders back, reverse curl, kick back. And now we're going to punch out and toe touch the same side behind. If you see yourself from the side, it looks like cross-country skiing a little bit. But eye level and higher and across the body and lower, toe touch behind the other heel. Good. Now we're not doing jumping jacks, but we're going to do star jumps, which keeps one foot on the floor all the time. We're going to do lateral raises with a side step. So to one side, back to center, and the other. Side, that's 2 on each side. Shoulder height, that's 4 out, and we're doing 4 back. 3 on each side, and the last 2, and the last 1. And just before we do anterior raises, let's stretch your shoulders a bit more. Vertical shrugs 4 times. Shoulder rolls forward 3 and back 3. Good. Now we're going to do the anterior raise to about shoulder height and a lunge. So here we go. On one side and the other, 2 and 2, 3. Now this is 4 out. We're doing 4 more back. 3 on each side. 2. And the last one. Good. Okay, I want to do a bit of ankle work. So you can't really see my feet the way I have the camera up. But with the weights, I'm going to turn 90 degrees. And if I go this way, then this is my back leg. I'm going to go up on my back toe and show the heel of my shoe to that wall. So it looks like this in the camera anyway. And then we do 180 return, and the other heel is up and the sole of the shoe is facing the back wall. And we're going to hold this on each side for a 1 count, and we're going to go back and 2 and back and 3 and back and 4th and back and 3 more, back and 2 more and back and the last one. I want to get some squats in, and one way to do that is to do the a lumberjack or a wood chopper, and you can go overhead with the arms and shoulders and chop down, but legs into a squat, and then pull the axe head out and come up and chop and up and chop. So lots of legs here, eh? We're going to be doing squats, body weight and with extra weight added. So let's warm up the big muscles that we'll be using. A couple more, and the last one, and good. I'm going to put away my little warm-up weights and move us into some static stretches. The lower body, athletic stance, shoulder width, big step forward, push the heels down. And that stretches the big gastrocnemius muscle in the calf, the big bulging muscle in the calf. While we're doing that, the knees are bent, we're not bouncing, but the knees are slightly flexed. The back shoulder across the body to stretch the deltoid muscle that's all around the shoulder. into the upper arm, the upper back. I'm doing wrist circles. Release. Bring the back instep to the front heel, and we'll sit into the Soleus Stretch. That's the little muscle in the calf. Good posture. Back shoulder, back stretch. Here. And we're stretching the tricep muscle in the back of the arm here. We hold these for 7, release. We need to go to the other side. So first, the calf stretch and the deltoid. Release, and then remember, instep to heel down below. It's a bit of a balance issue. Get your balance. The knees are slightly bent. And we do the tricep on the same side as the back foot. 3, 2, 1, and release. I want to stretch the front thigh some more. So you may need something for balance, maybe not. But based on one leg, grab the back of the other shoe and pull it under. Now eyes up, chest out, shoulders back, pull it under some more and stretch that front thigh for 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now come out of it with hip circles, first one way and then go back the other way as well. I'm still hanging on to the heel of my shoe. Bring the knee up and then open the hip up and across the body. Bring the knee out and across several times for hip mobility. And then point the toe in, knee up, toe pointing to the floor and the ceiling and the floor and the ceiling, alternating. And you can feel that muscle just under your patella, the patella anterior muscle. And then put your foot down, the toe down behind the body line and do ankle circles, trying to screw the toe into the floor one way and then the other. Good. Now let's go to the other side. I'll go over here and you'll see it a little differently on me. So back of the shoe, knee under, really good posture, right? And this is our starting position while I'm pulling a little more. And we're stretching not the ligaments, but the muscles around the knee and especially in the front thigh. And then we come out of it with hip circles. First one way, and then the other. And then as you can see, I bring my knee up and I open it up and bring it across the body. And very slowly we go back and forth here, working on the hip. And then now you can see my foot on this side. Point the toe to the floor and the ceiling, floor and ceiling. And then the ankle circles behind and in front. Good. Now, I like to end the class with a frog sit. Let's practice that at the beginning. We go right down, sitting on our heels. We're on the balls of our feet. We hug our knees, squeeze, and then we lift up. Exhale through the pursed lips. Inhale through the nostrils. Great big deep breath. Exhale. Good. Have a sip of water. We're going to work on legs first, so that means heavier weights. Okay. Now, if you have a staircase handy, then remember the step-ups that I would always incorporate into this class at Carleton, where you step up with one foot and pull the other leg up and then step down. And you're always working on that front leg. And do these step ups before or after one of our classes. I don't have a step handy here, so I'm not incorporating that into our class, but those step ups are really, really good for us. We're going to start with ankle raises or heel raises rather, working on our ankles. So balls of the feet, up and lower, up, up, 4. We're not rocking. That's halfway. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now instead of step ups, we're going to have knee raises very high, and we're going up on our toe, keeping the weights here to increase the resistance, increase the work. So high knee raises up on the toe, push up. Excuse me. That's 4. We're going to do 8 more on each side. 6 and 6. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And the last one. And let that remind you about the value of the step up. And now we're going to do squats. I'm going to keep the weights outside my knees. So maybe not 100% the first time or two. We're going to do 10 of these in this set. Shoulders back, eyes up, down, and back up. A little more. A little more. That's 4. This is halfway. We're 100% by now. 5 more. Exhale. 3, 2, and 1. And the other exercise I want to do with weights, it's called a good morning bend. Well, this time of day, it's a good morning bend or a bow. It's called a good evening bow in the evening classes. The weights are in front of our thighs, and we reach the weights down our legs, sticking our butt out a little bit. But we bend not at the waist, but at the hip. So from front on, it looks like this. A little more, a little more. 4. That's halfway. 4 more. 3, 2, and the last one. And put the weights down. Keep them handy. We're going to go through that again, but I want to do some body weight squats without the weights, and then we'll return to them. And the body weight squats start with an athletic stance, a shoulder width stance, and we're going to do something with our upper body. When we go down into the squat, we're going to get to the point where our knees are at 90 degrees. That's fine. But with our upper body, we're going to make sure that we have really engaged our core, and also we're working our shoulders. So this is the starting position. I'll just turn slightly to one side. Wrists, elbows, shoulders all at the same height. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now we're going to start the squats. Go out and down and hold for 1, up and back. Out, down, up, that's 2. Out, back, down, and now we're going to do 1 more of these. Good, okay. Now that's easy, that's a good warm-up. Now we're going to do more of those, but we're going to hold. We're going to hold for 4 at the bottom, and we're going to do 6 reps. So a little bit more than last week, and a little bit more than we were doing a moment ago. So again, the athletic stance, the arms, the squeeze, and here we go. out, down, 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 hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we return up and squeeze the shoulder blades out, down, 4, 3, 2, that's 2, up and squeeze, out and down, 1, 2, 3, 3, up, back, out, down, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, back. 2 more today though. Out, down, hold, hold, 3, 5, up, back, last one, best one, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and back. Good. Now, still with no weights, a couple more dynamic stretches, the soccer kick to the side, and then the straight leg raise behind. So here we go. Kick at 45 and touch the toe behind. That's 3 out, 4, 5, 5 more of these, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. The other leg, the toe is behind the body line, and we're going to touch the toe every time. 45-degree, kick, touch, kick, a little further. That's 4, halfway, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Now we're going to do the straight leg raise back. And in this case, you do lock your knee and you lift your toe a little bit and you lead with the heel toward the back wall. So it looks like this. Try to have a good vertical posture, engage the core. So the leg is hovering and we go up, 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 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, other side, when we're ready, up, 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 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Good. Now find your weights again, and we're going to go through it all again. Heavy weights for heel raises. When you're ready, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking on the spot, high knee lift, up on the toe. That's 2 on each side. 4. This is halfway. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The squats with weights. I'm going wider because I'm going to lower the weights between my knees on these squats. So I really need to engage the core and pay attention to my upper body posture. Shoulders back and eyes up. Here we go. Down, a little more, a little more. I'm at 100% at the 4, 5, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Okay, that's especially front of the leg. Let's work on the back of the leg with the good morning bows. The weights will pull us down, but good posture. And remember, we're hinging, bending at the hips. So down, the bum goes out a bit, the legs are straight. That's 3, a little more, 5, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Good. We can put the weights down as we return to the body weight squats. Remember, we're doing 4 for a 1 count, and then we're doing 6 for the 4 count. And remember, the upper body, the wrist and elbow and shoulder are all the same height. We squeeze and we go out and down and up and back. Out, 2, 2, 2. Out, back, up, squeeze. Last one. Good. Shake it out, because now we're going to do 6 reps, holding for 4. Good posture. Arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. We go out, down, 4, 3, 2. That's 1. Up. Squeeze. Out. Down. 4, 3, 2. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. That's halfway in this set. Out. That's 4. 4, 3, 2. That's 5. Last one. Really good form here. Out, down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and back and squeeze. Good. I'm not going to repeat some of the others, but we are doing a bit more legs. First, though, let's give ourselves a squeeze and try to grip your scapula, your shoulder blades, and squeeze and shake it out below. And then squeeze the beach ball behind. We're going to be moving the shoulders in a moment. But before we do, I want to do a couple of things on the bench for me. For you, it may be a chair. I'm going to change the camera so you can see what I'm doing. It's still legs. Okay, you don't need to see my face. You need to see what I'm doing with my legs. We're going to stretch that muscle that's around the patella, especially here. And the way we do that, we lean back, we cradle the leg that we're working on with our fingers interlaced underneath. And to see how it's at 90 degrees, we straighten the leg and hold for a count of 2. And down and up, 1, 2, up, 2, 3, up, 3, 4, up. Yes, they're size 14. There they are. The other side, leaning back, good posture, shoulders, stretch and straighten and release. Up, 1, 2, up, 2, 3, up, 3, 4, up, last 1, and down. In the same position, we're going to do a little bit of inner thigh. So depending on the height of your chair, you might interlace your fingers and grab your back knee. I need to use the bench for support. And we're working on that first leg. And we point the toe to the ceiling. We push the heel out, in other words, and we sweep to the side and return to center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on that side, And the other side, the straight leg, the heel pushed, the toe up, sweep, 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 sweep. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. It's a water break and we switch to shoulders. So lighter weights, find where your shoulder weights are, but first have a sip of water. So maybe I'll bring my head back into the picture. Very much the upper body that we want to be looking at here. So I've gone to 8-pound weights now, and I'll just tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do anterior raises, one arm and then the other, and in a combination to lateral raises. Later we'll do the upright row, and we'll do some other lightweight exercises to warm up for the heavier weights, chest and shoulders and back. So if you're ready for shoulders, here we go. Anterior, one side and the other, and then lateral, shoulder height. Eye level, just above shoulder if you wish. 3, 3, exhale on the exertion, blow the weight up, resist coming down. That's 4, halfway. This is 4 more. Good posture. Engage the core for support. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. Good form for the last one. And just let the weight hang down. Good. Now 4 vertical shrugs with the weights, and then 3 shoulder rolls each way, forward and back. Good. Now we're going to go right into the upright row. The weights are in front of our thighs. We're already resisting gravity. We're already working. Pay attention to your form. Your knees might be slightly bent. You want to engage the core, shoulders back. Now lead with the elbows and draw the weight up to the jawline and lower the weight. Exhale on the exertion and resist as you come back. 4 up, down, 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 down. Halfway, blow the weight up. 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Good. Now let's kind of pre-fatigue our big muscles in the back, the upper back, the shoulders, the upper arm, the chest, by using these light shoulder weights. First of all, for half bicep curls, halfway up and lower, 2, 3 more, 2, stop up here. We're going to finish the job. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now keep them up I have to move out from under a low ceiling and be as vertical as you can and go up and lower the weight. Practice exhaling on the exertion. 3 up, 2 more, and the last 1. And bring them down into hammer curls. The hammer curl forward is like this. When you bring it down, straighten the arm behind in a tricep kickback, like that. Okay? So both sides at the same time though. Hammer curl, triceps. Hammer, triceps. 3, 2, 1, and down. Now let's work on our wrists. A good way to do this is just to have our shoulder weights and turn our wrists going back and forth. We're strengthening our grip, our wrists, our forearms, and some of us, as I always say, do it this way. This is the way I like to do it. And I'll do it with heavier weights too sometimes. Keep your elbows still and in close. Good. Okay, that's shoulders. I want to move now to heavier weights for the biceps, the chest, the upper back, and of course around the shoulder as well. So I'm putting the lighter weights down. I'm going to be using the bench, and I'm getting a sip of water as I rearrange the equipment. I'm going to adjust the camera so it's more on the bench. And before sitting on the bench, I'm going to do one-armed rows. And I could take a heavier weight for this, so I think I will. I'll get my heavier weights around. So you can do this standing, or you can put your front foot on a step. I like to do it this way. You'll notice that my back is parallel to the bench, parallel to the floor. But whatever your starting position, let the weight hang down exactly below the shoulder, lead with the elbow, and draw it up and lower the weight. Exhale on the exertion and resist going down. So up, 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 down, 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 down. 8 more of these. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one on that side. Put the weight down and reposition yourself. Think carefully about the starting posture and how we begin. The weight's hanging down, lead with the elbow and draw it up. 2 up, 3, 4, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now seated on something solid, well, you can do some of these standing up, and so you may want to do that. That's demanding of the core in a whole other way. If you have a fitness ball, a so-called Swiss ball, as some people do, that's wonderful because it really makes your core work while you're doing these exercises. And the exercises that we're going to be doing now are biceps, 12 reps, and on the 12th, we're going to go into a press. Now, before we do that, get into the press position and move your elbows further back, and then go up. And that is the position we want to be in for the press, not this. That's the way we sit at our desks. We want to go like this, okay? Now, I'll also be doing the tricep extension and some bicep work and some stretches. I'll just adjust the camera a little bit, but get ready for bicep curls. Yeah, that should be all right. So I'm going with heavier weights now, although I might change when we're doing the press. We'll see. So curl up to the shoulder and lower the weight. 2 up. Exhale. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Keep them here and turn. Get lighter weights if you need to. Remember the vertical. Here, up and lower the weight. Exhale and resist. 3, 5, 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. I'm putting one of these down for the tricep extension, getting a two-handed okay grip with both hands and lowering the weight between my shoulder blades, pinching in the elbows and extending and lowering. Exhaling, resisting. 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Good. And now I'm going to do, we just did the tricep. I want to do the bicep. It's going to be a concentration curl. Most of you are pretty comfortable with this, so I'm not going to change the camera. But I go elbow to knee on both sides. So the weight's here, elbow to knee. But on the other side, elbow to knee, and I support the arm that's doing the work. I let the weight hang down directly. It's a straight arm that has the weight in it, and I curl it up into the picture and lower the weight. I might put a wrist twist into this. That would go like this. Or I might not. So concentration curls. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Put the weight down, hands on your knees, just look around and reload, paying very careful attention to your starting posture. Elbow, elbow, knee, knee. Curl up and lower the weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put the weight down. Good. Now, we're going to do some more of those, but just let's do a little stretching first. Put this hand outside the knee and turn this way, reach behind, and just do a shoulder check. Look up and look back. Hold it for 7. Return, look around the room, outside the knee on this side, reaching back, looking up, looking back, and release. And now, reach down and give your knees a squeeze or a hug, and then come up and imagine you have a beach ball behind and squeeze it, squeeze it. It's a basketball now. It's a volleyball. It's a baseball. That's good enough, or you can interlace your fingers, but lift away from your body, stretching the front of the shoulder, right? And return. Okay, we're going to do the curls and the presses. If you want to do them with both hands, Actually, I'll do them with both hands today. And on Friday, I'll unbalance it. We'll just do it on one side. So balanced, weights on each side. Remember how we started. We curl it up to the shoulder and lower the weight. Exhale, resist. 3 up. For the second set, this is halfway. 4 more. 3, 2. Now keep it up at the shoulder, turn, and remember the vertical. Up and lower the weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, just 3 more, 2, and the last one. Good. We're going to keep on working with these heavy weights, but I'd like to change the position if you can. I'm going to go to the weights bench. You might go to the floor. We're going to do flies and presses. Have a sip of water as you adjust your equipment. I'll change the camera a little bit, I think. Make sure you can see the way I'm setting up the bench. That should do it. Did you have a sip of water? Okay. So fairly heavy chest and shoulder weights, although the flies may be lighter than the bench press. Rock back and make sure your head is supported. For flies, the weights are over the clavicles, the shoulders, palms facing. We open up and close at the top. Open up a little more, increase the range of motion. Should be nearly 100% now. 4 out, 4 up. 5 up. 6 up. 7 up. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Push the weights toward your feet and you can put them down. There. You can't see me too well, but I'll just adjust a little bit because this is when we're going to work on our neck. You need to be able to see my neck. Okay. So hands on knees, chin to chest, chin to shoulder on one side, chest, shoulder the other side, chest. Go back and forth, pausing at the chest every time, but look up higher and look back further. 3 more. 2. And the last one. Good. And now we're going to use isometrics. In case there's anybody not familiar with working muscles against muscles, it's as if we would push both ways, but nothing moves, or pull both ways, but nothing moves. I sometimes do this with the muscles in the upper leg, the hip. We squeeze our knees together, but our knees push back. I want to do this for our neck muscles. So offer resistance at the front of the head and with the spine continuous into the neck, so it's a straight line. Push both ways and hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and go to one side, keep the straight line, push and hold. 3, 2, 1, release. And the other side, straight, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back, maybe up a bit, push and hold. 3, 2, 1, and down. Down on the bench again for bench presses. You might go with a heavier weight than you used for the fly. Make sure your head is supported. The weights are at the shoulders. We push up and lower the weight. Up as far as you can and let it go down further. 3 up. 4, down, 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 down. Exhale. Halfway. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the weights toward your feet. Come up on the end of the bench. And I'll turn so you can see. Knees shoulder width apart so you can reach down between your knees, elbows between your knees. Grab your laces. If you can, grab the toes of your shoes and pull and feel the stretch in your lower back. Some of us walk our fingers out in front of the toes and see how far we can go today. Come back to the toes, back to the laces, up to the knees, and we'll do one more thing with weights today. And then we'll finish up on the mat with the abs and the cool down. So, it's the bench press, roll back, head supported, push the small of your back into the mat, and start with the weight at the shoulder, push it up and lower the weight. 2 up, down, 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 down. Exhale. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Good, and that's it for weights. Put them off to the side. And if you have a chair or a weights bench, you can put it away. We're going to finish up on the floor. So find your yoga mat or a sheet or a towel. Try to have something between you and the flooring for the sake of the flooring, but also for your own sake. I'm going to put a towel on the rug here, and I'm going to adjust the camera and have a sip of water while I'm off camera. See how that works. That is the last water break. Okay, I'm going to start face up and maybe just adjust the camera a little bit. So we're sitting on the end of the mat. Our knees are about 90 degrees. We can reach down and grab our toes and feel that stretch in the lower back. Now, bring your fingers up to your knees and your thighs and adjust yourself so that the small of your back makes contact with the mat. Now, push it in to the mat. You can do this by trying to hug the sky, or by trying to reach your heel, or just pushing it in. There. Okay. Now, support the weight of your head and bring your knees up. I should turn at a bit of an angle, I guess, here. And what we're going to do is elbow to opposite knee in pairs. Okay, so here we go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Now bring one knee up and straighten the other leg out, the can opener position. We're going to do the bicycle now. So switch and switch, 2 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's enough. Bring your knees up, give them a hug. Let your head go back on the mat. Now, with your arms out to the side and your knees still up, we're going to rotate at the hips, at the waist, and try to touch the outside of the lead leg to the floor and rotate back and do it on the other side. It's called the Windshield Wiper. So to one side and the other, and go back and 2 and back and 3 and back and 4th and back and 3 and back, 2 and back, last one. Now, feet on the floor, head on the floor. We need to stretch those hip flexors here in front of the front part of our pelvis. And we do that with a reverse plank, describing a straight line from our knees down to our shoulders on the floor. And we lift up and we push up. Now you can hold this for a half a minute or so if you wish, but what I usually do with people is have them hold it for 5, release and relax and go down to the mat. Then we lift up and push up again and hold for 5, release and down. Up, up, hold, 3, 4, that's 3, down and down. Up, up, 3, 4, 4, down and down. And then the last one, up and hold, 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 last one, down, down. We stretch out our legs straight, wiggle the toes, arms stretched out overhead, wiggle the fingers, stretch as far as you can. This would be a good time for a straight leg raise if we had the time. We only have 60 minutes, it's not 75. So I'm going to skip the straight leg raise. You might remember it and do it later though. And instead, I'm going to lift up and look and put an ankle over the bottom knee, lift the bottom leg and reach through the window. I interlace my fingers behind the knee and rock back and pull ankle circles and a stretch in the upper thigh on both sides in different ways. Release and reverse. This is called the number 4 stretch because when you look down at your legs, it describes the number 4. We hold this for 7. Grab your toes and go into the happy baby. Push the heels to the ceiling, wide and together. And then we rock and rock and rock to a seated position for the pretzel. The pretzel is foot over, tuck it next to the knee and down, and then turn to where it was, elbow to knee, and look back and up and hold for 7. Higher, further back, and release. Other side. Look up, look back, and release. Great. Side plank. We'll do a dynamic on Fridays and static today. So forearm, elbow under the shoulder, up on your knees or your feet, and we hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, down, roll over, and we're up and holding. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Roll it over into the passive back extension. I'm not sure if I'm still on camera. I can't see. The weight is on our elbows and our thighs, our pelvis. Push down with your palms and your forearms. Look up in the Sphinx and hold it and release. Now, palms under the shoulders, and we go up into a Cobra. The arms can be straight as mine are, but you can bend them if you wish. And then all the way up, knees wide, sit back on your heels, push your palms forward and wide, sit back on your heels so your forehead comes down to the mat. And then we roll that forward into a plank, at least 30 seconds. You can do planks through the day. You can do them for longer periods of time, for sure, 40, 50, 60 seconds. It's a great abdominal exercise. If you're doing them from your knees, see if you can start doing them from your toes. If you're doing them from your toes, see if you can start doing them more dynamically. All right, let's come out of the plank, up into all fours, and we'll finish up with the bird dog. Knees below our hips, palms below our shoulders, an opposite arm and leg pair. We point, and then we switch. And we alternate these two pairs back and forth. You can do them very quickly. You can try to touch elbow to knee. You can hold them for 4 or longer. Great lower back exercise. And then into a tall kneeling lunge. Push your palms down on the floor. Lift up. Stretch the hip flexors and the chest. One arm up, the other arm up. And then the other way, a kneeling lunge. Open it up, squeeze the beach ball, and then step into a frog sit. Hug your knees, and here we go, up, 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 up. A great big inhale through the nostrils, an exhale through the pursed lips. And that's our Monday morning class. Have a good day, everybody. Remember our anytime fitness classes on the website, and we'll be back live again Friday at 9:30. Keep working out and keep well.